Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Sneaky Pete, you're the first in chat. Good morning. Brandon's showing us his beautiful fan this morning. My video ended way sooner than I thought. I didn't have it on loop, so it's early. Look at him. What's that? A Yellowstone.
Yes, sir.
I missed that one, man. I definitely got to go pick up some this week. Yeah, we'll bullshit for a minute, give people time to come in, Brandon, and then we'll get to business. But I appreciate you dropping on and goofing off with me this morning after a rough night.
I actually took it easy. Easier than I usually do.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I've known a few golf occasions where you catch us on the third hole. By the time you get there, we've done had to start.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I definitely know you like to give it your all, to give it the old college try every time.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this morning for the stream, I'm smoking the new Cryptid. This thing is probably my new favorite of their lineup. It's knocked off the Madison. It's knocked off the OG Bighorn. This Cryptic is, man, it's a beaut. Of course, the Yellowstone that he's smoking now is one of my favorite coffee sticks, but this Cryptic is where it's at, guys. Oh, coffee flowing. I feel better. I was late moving too, man. I didn't wake up till 9 o'clock our time. My wife comes in and me and my son are still passed out. She's like, y'all gonna sleep all day? And I'm like, oh shit, I got stuff to do. I got to get up going.
Yeah.
You are correct, Mario. It is amazing. The Cryptic is good. They are back in stock now. Brandon just told me pre-show, guys, that the Cryptic is back in stock for you guys that were looking for it. Now, is that going to be back in stock just on your website, or do y'all have it pretty much back in all the stores that had it, Brandon?
I reached out to some of our retailers I wanted to go to first, just to let them know that they can put in the order. And then this week, I'm going to start talking to all the other retailers and let them know that it's back in stock.
So it's back to order. It may not be back in the shop yet. Is it back on your website?
It's on our website, yeah.
Perfect. I know where I'm going because I got 4 left in my box. Good morning, Chris. All right, Brandon, I guess just in case, because this is going to be on YouTube and it's going to always be up there so people can rewatch it. If they search your name, it's going to pop up. So I guess let's just do a little backstory and let's go over, I guess, the cigars kind of in order you put them out. I mean, you started with the River series and now we're all the way up to the Cryptics and the Folklore cigars. So I guess let's just start it off.
Yeah, so our first cigar we produced is Yellowstone. It's this Connecticut. We produced it in 2018. I mean, I really love this Connecticut. What I smoke in the mornings. It's just smooth. I get a lot of graham cracker, kind of some vanilla notes to it, and it's got a little spice to it towards the end. But our first cigars we released were part of the River series, and Jess and I were avid outdoorsmen. We love fly fishing, and so that's how we named our first cigars. So we have the Yellowstone. Try to go. I'm not here. Set this right here. Then we released the Bighorn.
Yes.
The first one was a torpedo with a Maduro wrapper. Then we had it reblended at Tecasa by Carlos Sanchez and Esteli. This one's got a San Andreas. This one, it's a mild San Andreas. It's very smooth. I get a lot of vanilla and almond notes to it and espresso. So, I mean, it's also a good morning cigar, or end the night cigar for me, honestly. And then
I'm still torn on that one, man. I'm still torn. That OG one. I'm on my last box of them now. I finally forced myself to crack it open. That Torpedo OG. I'm torn. I don't know which one to love more.
I love that Torpedo. Like, either it was just like an amazing cigar, or it was just a cigar to me.
Yeah.
So, but when it was an amazing cigar, it just hit just right.
Yes.
But so, I mean, we just want to have consistency, and that's why we had it reblended, and we feel the new cigar is just very consistent. So,
Yeah. Was there ever talk, even with somebody else blending it, where did y'all talk about keeping it the same and just have somebody else reblend it for the consistency, or was it always no, we're going to change the blend completely? And
well, when we reblended it, we took it from Tobacco Costa, where the Yellowstone is
Mhm.
rolled, to Tecasa, and we asked Carlos to make it as similar possible just by dissecting it and looking at the leaves and the growing regions they came from. Um, but you can definitely tell that there's a difference.
Oh, 100%.
So, I mean, Carlos did the best he could to make it as similar as he could.
Yeah.
He put his own little flavor on it.
Well, I mean, you
So,
have one big change. You went from Maduro to San Andreas, right?
correct,
Yes. I
correct.
mean, so just that's going to change it drastically.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So,
we're still on the River Series. You showed us the Madison, I
Bighorn.
think. Yeah, the
No,
Bighorn.
this is
Yeah,
the
that's the
Madison.
Madison. That one. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and this is the first Habano that we released. And if you kind of look at like the cigars when we put them out, we started with the Connecticut, then we went with the Maduro San Andreas. Now we're going into the Habanos,
Hmm.
and we're just kind of building our portfolio of our cigars, just to fit different people's
Right.
flavor palettes.
Yeah, you'll have
And
something
so,
for everybody. There's something for everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd smoke any of these. I mean, I love them all. That's why
I
I produce
love
them.
I love the Madison. The Madison, I love it more than the new Bighorn. So it's Cryptic and Madison for me. That's my two top ones.
Yeah. And so the Madison, it's Habano wrapper, San Andreas binder, and the fillers from the four growing regions of Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Um, this is a great cigar. I love it.
Oh, 100%, man.
And then we'll go to the fourth one, and this is the Bitterroot,
Yes.
and it's a similar um blend. It's a larger ring size as the Madison, except for it doesn't have as many of the growing regions. It has more Ometepe in it, and I believe it doesn't have Jalapa in it. So instead of all four, it's only got three, and
Yeah.
with more Ometepe.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of something with Carlos. Carlos has a lot of fields down in Ometepe, and he's developing a lot of like old banana plantations into tobacco fields. And so, like, he's really getting a grip in Nicaragua as being one of the main tobacco producers in Ometepe. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I think we're really fortunate to be able to working with Carlos. I think he's going to be somebody that everybody down there knows him in the
Yeah.
growing and manufacturing industry, but not everybody knows him on the consumption side. Everybody knows AJ, everybody knows
Right.
all these other guys. So Carlos is more of that like old school farmer that they buy the tobacco from. So it's pretty cool. And I mean, he makes great cigars.
Yeah. Now, is that all the River Series, or do we have one more coming out? I couldn't remember
So we have one more that we're going to release this year,
for the River Series.
and then it'll be our fifth and final cigar, and we're gonna eventually put it into a 5-pack. So there's
Oh,
gonna be one of each
perfect.
in all of them. So that's
Okay.
gonna be cool. It's gonna be the Blackfoot. It's gonna be our most full body cigar, and we're gonna do that with Chico Rivas in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And
Very nice.
Chico, he just released a cigar called the SP 1014. So if you guys have smoked the SP 1014, then you know that he does a fucking amazing job. I smoked that cigar and I was like, I gotta go find this guy. And that's what we did. We went down to the DR and we found him. So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
Um, yeah, I mean that DR trip because we've done everything in Nicaragua. And then, me and Jess were talking, was like, well, let's, like, why don't we get a Dominican Republic DR stick? Because people love DR cigars, and I've never really been a huge fan of them until I smoked that Chico stick. I was like, fuck, this thing is awesome. And so, yeah, that's where the next stick's going to come
Yeah,
out of. So
you
I'm
know
pretty
it's
excited
good
for
when you
that.
go hunt the guy down. So
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you got to blend me something, man. Come on, come on. All right, so that's cool, man. I like the idea of the Five Rivers series being in a sampler together. So now everybody can just, hey, I want the whole River series in one pack.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. It's just been, Jason, you've been on and been with us since like day one. It's been a grind. You're part of the story. The people in this club are part of the story. So it's just cool to see that you guys have been with us since the very beginning. And yeah, this has been a great story, and I'm just thankful for you guys being a part of it.
Man, if the cigars wasn't good, I mean, we wouldn't be around. I mean, it's good cigars. So I'm
Yeah, well,
excited. I'm excited to see what's going on after the fact, man. Like I said, you're finishing up the River series now, and give me 1 second, man. I got to check on my dog. The wife said the dog's going crazy. Be right
all
back.
right.
You can.
How do I? So the guys that are on the show, what's your guys' favorite cigars out of our line? Mhm.
Okay, I think my wife is hearing things. Probably he probably cannot see Chat Pete because he is on a cell phone. Probably not a big enough screen to get everything. Mad Minnow, all right, love the Mad. There's some Mad Minnow love in the chats, man.
Yeah, it's a cool little smoke.
All right, so we talked about the River series, and after that, you've kind of branched out. I'm more fascinated about this whole line you're doing with the cryptic stuff. So yeah, I definitely want you to talk about that.
Yeah, so our first one we did, and that's blended at the Casa with Carlos too. Um, so that cryptid creature is the Flathead Lake Monster, and it's like the Loch Ness Monster of the U.S. And so I wanted to do like a Montana cigar, but so that I could build a line that kind of branches off into other parts of the world and country. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go and we're going to develop different cryptid creatures from across the country and the world. So like one of the things that we're going to do, the next cryptid cigar is going to be like a cryptid creature from the Dominican Republic. And it's going to be rolled by a Dominican Republic person or blender. And it's the artwork's going to be created by a Dominican Republic, someone like an artist from the DR. So it's
Oh,
going to be like
nice.
completely like DR thing. It's going to have its own DR story. So it's going to be pretty badass.
Well, yeah, you're doing it by region and even letting them create it. Nobody's going to know it like they do. So
Yeah.
definitely done right.
And then we're going to go from like the DR, then go to like Honduras. And then we're going to go to, different countries and just work with these different factories and just build more relationships. And that's pretty cool too, being able to work with all these other factories.
And then there's one I still haven't tried it yet. The El Professor. What's going on with that? What was the inspiration, and why does that one look so different band wise and everything? So what is that cigar?
It's a petite Corona. It's a Habano, same size as the Mad Minnow.
Okay.
Um, Very similar blend to the Mad Minnow. Um, but the story behind this is we were coming back from Esteli going down to Las Pinitas on the Nicaraguan Pacific coast. And so like when we go to Nicaragua, we like to spend like a day on the front or a day on the back, like on the beach, just chill and like enjoy the country. And so when got done at the factories in Esteli, there's like a cut across like logging road, so you don't have to go like over the main highways. And so it's just like that main highway out of Esteli, you go straight to Managua, then you can go west towards Leon. Well, we found a cut across that goes from Esteli to Leon. And so we're on this like gravel road going down through the mountains, and it was pretty badass. You know, it makes you kind of feel like you're back in Montana back in the six. And there's this guy walking down the street with or the road with a briefcase, and he's in a suit. And Jess looks over and says, "Hey, should we pick him up?" And we're just like, and he's just, "All right, dude, let's pick him up." So we picked this guy up, very quiet, very timid. He just sits in the back seat, and when we get into Leon, we get stopped by the cops. They flag us in, you know, and so then they start going through our shit and like telling us to get out of the truck, and they're like hustling us. Then one of them saw this guy, and they're just like, "Oh, El Professor," and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And so then they put all our stuff back in the truck, and they tell us we can go. So then Jess looked back and talks. Jess speaks pretty fluent Spanish, and that's very nice to have when you're in these countries because I
Oh,
don't.
definitely.
And so he's like, "What was that?" And this guy was just like, he goes and he tutors students in these small mountain towns in Nicaragua during the weekends,
Oh,
and so
wow.
that's like their only form of education. And so that cop that said he was sorry was one of his students from one of these small mountain towns.
Oh, wow. Saved your butt and saved a couple $100 from bribe money.
Yeah, yeah. So we just kind of thought that was a cool story, and we wanted to do a cigar for him.
And now you just bounce around and pick up everybody now, just in case.
Yeah, dude. Last time we were there, we went up to Condega with Carlos to look at some of the fields that he is growing in. And on the way back, there was this cop just sitting there on the side of the road with a shotgun. And Carlos was like, "Hey, stop, pick him up." It's so we had this cop in the back, like back of the pickup in the bed, just sitting there with a shotgun rolling with us. Until so we gave him a ride to the town that he needed to go to, but it was on the way, so you know it wasn't really hurting us. But kind of nice to have
Right.
the cop, armored security with us.
Middle of nowhere, no cop car. He's just sitting there with a shotgun. Somebody
Yeah,
dropped him off. He must have pissed somebody off. They threw him out of the car.
yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
we didn't ask, but it was kind of funny. I got a couple pictures with him in the
Yeah,
back,
I
and
hear about some of those shakedowns where they pretty much just pull you over and want you to give them a little money and then they let you go.
yeah,
That's crazy. So I'm sure you've already had a few scary situations down there.
you know what? Luckily, you know that one with the professor is probably the worst. Uh, I don't know how I haven't gotten killed because usually I just don't care. I just go and do everything, and people just leave me alone.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm probably that's probably how I'm gonna go one day. Is
right.
because you're gonna like just see on my Facebook some Facebook posts. You know, Brandon left. He died in Nicaragua doing what he loved.
Yeah, because you'll be walking. Oh, a bar. Let's go. I
Yeah,
can see you just bar hopping down there, bar to bar
yeah.
to bar.
Oh, that did kind of happen one of the first times I went to Esteli. We were in this club, and me and Jess, and he wasn't feeling good, so he went back to the hotel. But this guy walked up to me, and he's the owner of Regis Cigars.
Hmm.
And so he's just like, "What are you doing here?" And we told him the story. He's like, "All right, I know exactly because I was the same place you were like 5 years ago." And so then we start like talking, and I go up and I talk to these girls, and then he comes and grabs me, and he's like, "Dude, don't talk to those girls. That's the cartel girls."
Oh, shit.
And so I was just like, "Oh fuck!" So I had a bottle. We had a bottle of, like Patron on the table, so he invites the guys over and give them like all of them shots of Patron, and then they were cool with it. But you could tell
Yeah.
like they were about ready to, like mess me up.
Oh, yeah, man. She'd lose a hand over touching one of their girls.
Yeah, that was probably the sketchiest thing I've done.
I do hear that you got some beautiful women down there. Easy to get in trouble.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that is correct.
Yeah, y'all normally when you're down there a couple weeks at a time, right?
You know, we when we were in the DR this last time, it was about 9 days. So when we go down there, we really want to blend the cigars to its almost as complete as possible.
Right.
It's just because when a lot of guys when they do it up here, they mail it back and forth, and that I mean, you're just wasting so much time with the mail. So
So in case a lot of people don't know, I mean, because I still find it intriguing. How the hell do two oil field workers one day wake up and say, shit, let's start a cigar company? It's so random.
Yeah.
What
Well,
is the
me and Jess,
backstory of Big Sky? How did this shit start for the ones that don't know? I mean, I know, but there's definitely probably people that's going to watch the replay of this that had no idea what the history of Big Sky Cigars is.
uh, well, Jess and I, and we've been friends since like 2010, and uh, he was a foreman on the crew that I worked on, and and we'd always been into business and business ideas and wanting to start a business. And so we'd go and we'd think of all these cool ideas of needs and how we could create a business to fill that need. And then we Google it and it'd just be like, damn, it's already been done.
Yeah.
So like, what's the point? And so then one day, Jess was fishing up in by Fishtail by Red Lodge, Montana, and he's smoking a cigar and he's just like asked himself, why doesn't Montana have its own cigar? And his cousin was there, Mike, and so that they kind of asked each other. And then when they got back into cell service, he called me. He was like, "Brandon, I have an idea. Let's start a Montana cigar company." I was like, "All right, well, let's do it." And I'm pretty easy to convince to do stuff.
Yeah.
I'm your one buddy. If you dare me to do it, I'll do it.
Here,
Like,
drink this hot sauce.
yeah, you don't even have to double dog dare me.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
yeah. But so we looked into it, and there's Cattle Baron out of Dillon, and they do a Dominican cigar, you know, and Brian's a great guy, and he makes good cigars. And then there's another guy called the Montana Sports Cigar out of Livingston, and he sells cigars out of his house, but he doesn't have really any distribution. He just sells them when people would go in and out of Yellowstone. So we just said, all right, well, let's start Big Sky Cigar and let's see where we can run with it.
Right.
And the first shop we got into was Stogie's in downtown Billings. It's the oldest cigar shop in Montana. And we were in there for about 6 months. And then Pam and Scott Godfrey uh, came to us and they asked if we wanted to buy Stogie's from them because they were ready to retire. So then that's when we acquired Stogie's from them. And since then, we really grew our brick and mortar footprint and our online sales. The first year, like our online sales was bigger than our brick and mortar footprint, but ever since the first year, it's like
Mhm.
our online sales are just consistently this fixed number, and
Right.
our brick and mortar sales are just like doubling, like stacking. But from year one to now, I know we just got into a shop in Mississippi and we're gonna mail out their order tomorrow. It's in Jackson, Mississippi. I gotta remember what the name is, but our sales rep just called me yesterday and told me about it. But we're gonna be in 26 states. I gotta count how many stores we're in, but we gotta be in over 110 stores, and that's over 5 years. But it's been a grind. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been
Well, I mean,
it's a
nothing's easy for it to be successful. It's going to be work. So, what was the time period from initial idea to getting the first cigar in production? About how long did it take you guys from that initial phone call, let's do a cigar company, to bam?
I'd say about a year.
Well, that's not bad, man. That's fast. That's
Yeah,
then how
but
the hell does somebody with no cigar knowledge or knowing people in the business go from that phone call to this guy's rolling our cigars? How did you find the guy
so
that was initially going to create your cigars?
so Jess found him, and Jess did the blending of the Yellowstone.
Right.
And so when Jess had more like PTO, paid time off, and I was a third party inspector, so I couldn't take time off. So everything I did, like I did like the back end on the website and developed all the marketing and did all that aspect of the business and any like filling out anything I could do remotely. That's what I would do. But so Jess went down to Little Havana and he went and talked with the Sosas, and then they had a bunch of cigars, obviously, and then he found this Connecticut, and then he's just like, all right, well, where's this made? And there's like, oh, it's made at Tobacco Costa. So our first trip down to Nicaragua, we went down to Tobacco Costa and we just showed up at the door. We didn't even tell them we were showing up. because we wanted to see like the real like show. We didn't want to be
Right.
like given this paid tour. So we rolled in, we saw how they did business, we liked how they made their cigars, we liked how they treated their employees, and then we blended this Yellowstone Connecticut cigar.
So they were just all open arms. Okay, come in and look, see what we're doing.
No, no, actually we waited outside for an hour.
They were hoping you'd
They,
go away.
they're like, because it's just like two white guys just randomly show up the factory and it's like
Yeah, what the hell they know about cigars?
so we told them like who we knew and who we were working with, like in Little Havana, and so then they had to call back to the States and like verify that it was actually legit.
Oh wow. Okay. So they
So
did
that's why,
their homework before they let you in.
yeah.
Okay. That's cool, man. That's definitely ballsy approach to it too. You go up there and basically kick the door in and say, "Hey, make my cigar," and hope it works. So
Yeah, yeah, that wouldn't have worked. That would have been like a waste of a trip to. I mean, it would have been a waste because we still got to go to
right.
Nicaragua. But yeah, that would have been what we wanted to go down there for.
So how long till we see something new dropping? We got are there plans for something this year or is that
PCA.
PCA? That's when you're going to release some new details.
Yeah, that's when that Blackfoot's gonna come out.
So it'll be out for sale around PCA. After PCA is kind of going to launch it, you're going to, all right, here's the cigar, and now it's out in stores.
Yep,
Okay. And that'll be the last of the River series. Is that one?
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yep.
Can you tell us anything about it? Binder, filler, wrapper, anything? Can we get a little taste of what the profile may be?
So it's gonna be like a San Andreas binder. The name of the cigar is the Blackfoot, so we wanted to
Right.
have another dark wrapper. It's gonna be San Andreas, and then it's gonna have the Dominican Corojo binder and filler.
Ooh. I see
So
a thing with San Andreas on the last few cigars. It's like it's a variant of San Andreas the last couple.
yeah.
Hey, and I'm not knocking it because I was straight Maduro, and San Andreas to me I would pick over a Maduro any day, a regular Maduro. I don't know. I like the spice. I like the flavor profile of the San Andreas a little more.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I enjoy the San Andreas too. So
I can't wait. What month we got PCA? Is that's summertime, ain't it?
July
Yeah, that's what I thought.
should be like the
I can't
second
wait,
week
man. You
of
guys
July.
killed it with your booth last year. I love the booth y'all had built, the backdrops and everything, the wood.
Oh, that was TPE
Oh,
two
that was
years ago.
TPE. Yeah. It was such a
Yeah.
good backdrop, man.
Yeah, we had that custom log cabin built in
Yeah.
Laurel, and we wanted to make a statement with it, and so it cost us like $4,000 to get that built by this log builder, right?
Yeah.
And then we roll it up, and this is a trippy story too. So our first trade show, right? We don't know what to expect, and so we're rolling in, and we throw all the logs in this little U-Haul trailer, like a 12-footer that we rented, and uh, so we're getting down into Vegas, and I start like feeling a wobble, and I look, and we get to the hotel, and I get out and I look at the U-Haul trailer, and I'd lost like two studs, and a nut was coming off, and me just look at each other like, dude, we almost like ended ourselves before the show even started. We would have lost all our cigars, lost
uh,
our whole exhibit, and that would have sucked.
oh man, that's crazy. So you
So
go
then,
steal a few off the other tires and balance them all out.
yeah. So then we go and we get it fixed, and we get it fixed, and then we get to the show, and we're unloading it, and then we didn't realize it, but it costs $3 a pound to unload those
Oh,
logs and bring all of our stuff into TPE. So it was like 1,000 pounds.
so
So we
you
paid
bought it
like,
twice.
yeah. So so basically we decided not to use that exhibit again for trade shows.
Oh yeah, jeez, man, that's crazy. But Chris, I don't know if you see the comment Chris Hoffman made that I posted up so you can see. He said the Cigar Authority showcased the Mad Minnow 2 weeks ago on their podcast. He wanted to know, did you see that?
Yeah, I did, and that was really cool. I had called Ed in November to see if they wanted to reorder, and they actually just ordered a bunch more Mad Minnows. But he's like, "Hey, we want to buy X amount of Mad Minnows for a care package, and it's going to be on the Cigar Authority in December, January." And I was like, "All right, well, that's cool."
Yeah.
And so then I've been waiting for it. I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see this, see this, see this, see this." And then I finally saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that was pretty badass to see Dave Garofalo and all those guys smoking your cigar on the
Yeah,
show."
that's pretty badass. Well, you guys, from a marketing standpoint, though, I love everything you do. I love the cards. I love the sticker. I love the inside of the boxes with the river and everything. I mean, you kind of knock it out of the park with the graphics and the presentation and the fly fishing box. I absolutely love that. That's got to be a good seller, the fly fishing box.
Oh, dude. So that initial like fly fishing box, I wish I had one with me right now, but it was we just something where we wanted to like stick to our roots, but be different. And so one day me and Jess were talking, and I was like, well, why don't we just split a 20 count box in half and put 5 cigars and flies on the other side? And so then we figured out how we were going to do it. And that's how we made that Montana River box. It comes with a cutter too.
Yeah.
But we've run that in Fly Fisherman magazine every year, and that thing just sells.
Yeah, and I seen your cigars on a website, one of those man box websites, like a subscription box, or they do
Yeah,
a different theme box, and I come across and your cigars were offered on one of their sites, one of the
yeah.
random ones. I don't remember if it was Bespoke or some. It was one of those ones that do those subscription box for men, and it had Big Sky Cigars on it. I was like, oh shit, look at them.
Yeah. That's that one's been very, very awesome. And
Yeah,
like it's like one of those things that just happened. And I'll say it's been a very fortunate that we were able to work with them because they have a very large
yeah.
distribution footprint.
Oh,
Uh
definitely.
that little Mad Minnow tackle box thing, uh we made 6,500 of them for bespoke.
Yeah.
And that was a grind because we ordered the flies and we got the boxes, those little bamboo boxes from China. Then we had to assemble everything and then mail them out.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
So
it's
you
just
were in
very.
there with hot glue guns, putting boxes together on your weekends.
Well, we didn't have to use hot glue guns because they had magnets in it, and then but yeah, that was just really labor intensive.
Nah, they look good, man. I used to actually, I used to do the bespoke boxes. Every time they would do a new cigar or whiskey theme one, I would activate my membership again because you keep your membership every month and you have to skip the box if you don't want it. So every
Yeah.
time it was a new cigar with cigars or carrying cases or ashtrays, I always got them. So, and when I was on there looking the other day, I was like, oh man, oh, here you go. That's a good question, Chris Hoffman. We forgot to even talk about that one, Brandon. Explain the story of the Vigilante.
So the Vigilante, that's the cigar that we made for Tim Montana,
Mm-hmm.
and we were working with Tim, and he was just kind of like, we sent him some of our Yellowstones, and he loved the Yellowstone and the Connecticut. And then he asked us, "Hey, can you make us a cigar?" And so then we sent him some samples of different Connecticut's, and then he ended up picking out what the Vigilante blend is. And it's very similar to the Yellowstone. It just has a different filler in it. But yeah, that's how we worked, and we made that cigar for Tim. But it was just like developing all the different marketing and the custom box and the custom band and everything that we do for that product is just, that was a lot of work to bring that product to market.
How hands-on was he with the process? Did he really care throughout the process? He just wanted end result, or did he give ideas as you went?
We sent him like say we sent uh a 5 pack of 3 different blends, and he went through that probably about 4 times till he found the cigar that he liked.
Okay.
And he just said, what he wanted and what he wanted different every time.
Okay. So
Very
artwork was all your idea with the artwork and the band, or did he have any input on any of that?
the box, that was our idea. We thought it'd be cool if it looked like a license plate, like the old Montana license plate. And so our designer worked with her very close to creating that box. And then the band, he said he wanted something that was kind of like Captain America like.
Yeah, he captured that for sure.
And so that's just kind of like with his logo. And so that's how we developed that band.
Okay, that's cool. So is that still readily available, or have y'all kind of phased that out, or y'all going to keep doing the vigilante?
Oh, we're going to keep doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, last year was, we sold more vigilantes last year than we haven't so far.
Oh wow.
And I think that's just with how
Name
he's
recognition.
growing.
He's growing, you're growing. It's brand recognition. It's more shops. It's more.
Hmm.
You're getting out there now. I mean, like I said, you're living a dream now. You've got the business built up enough where you're working the business now. I mean, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of suck to it to get to this point, but I'm really appreciate, like I
Yeah,
said earlier, that all you guys that have helped us get to this point.
yeah. In
And
the long run, it definitely pays off. So
uh,
seeing how much work it was for the vigilante, I know. I mean, are we doing any more collabs down the road that have been talked about, or y'all been reached out for? I know you had a failed one that didn't happen.
yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of money to develop that artwork and to develop all the marketing material. And so we had a product launch with Lee Bryce, and then he was just being a douche.
Yeah,
Excuse me, Lise,
yeah.
if
I knew that one fell through.
Lee, if you,
That had a lot of cigars made and everything.
yeah, we basically had it ready to launch for him, and it just fell through. So like, uh, it's just, so if you're gonna invest that type of money into something, like you got to make sure it's for sure.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're not wanting to come out of their money. They just want to give you the rights to their name, and you do it all, and you spend all the money, and they reap the benefits of it.
Oh yeah, and so
Yes.
now, and now when people ask me to make a cigar, I tell them, okay, well you're gonna look at, if you're gonna, we're gonna go with a boutique factory. It's gonna be a minimum run of 5,000 sticks. I tell them what that price is for just the cigars. Then I tell them what it's gonna cost for the bands, the artwork to develop the bands. Then I tell them what it's gonna cost for the boxes and to develop all the boxes and just bring the product to market. And you give them that number, and they're just like, okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Right, right. Yeah, they want their name on it, but they don't want to pay for it. But they want that royalty check.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that's cool, man. But I mean, that definitely that was huge. Being such a young cigar company to already align with an artist like him, that just kind of helps get that name out there.
yeah. No, and
So
he
that was
like,
like buying billboards for you. That was worth the initial investment. That's my advertisement fund. We just bought billboards nationwide with this cigar. That's it.
oh, you no, and that's a good way to look at it too.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim smoked his cigars with Charlie Sheen,
Hmm.
uh, Rob O'Neill, the guy that capped Osama bin Laden, Kid Rock, Billy Gibbons. I mean, he's always with celebrities smoking his cigars.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I know I started following him on Instagram after the cigar just so I could see, like, okay, is he posting it on his Instagram? Is he smoking it today? I was curious, like, how often does this guy really smoke cigars? Because I mean,
Yeah.
some of them. What's the new country? Luke Bryan. I mean, he opened a cigar lounge in Florida on 10A, close to Grayton Beach and all that. So he's got a cigar lounge. But I was like, well, how often does he smoke? And then I go to his Instagram, and he's always his cigars when he's hunting, or cigars when they're on the road driving. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
he's legit. He's a cigar guy. So
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I just saw a country artist that was like rolling around duck hunting with a cigar.
yeah, that was probably him because they were in a car going duck hunting, and they were all. I mean, it was just smoke clouds in the car everywhere. You couldn't even see.
Yeah.
They're all on their way with their clothes on. And I was like, you're not deer hunting with all that smoke cloud around you, so you're
Yeah.
going to a duck. Yeah, sure thing. That's it, Daniel. I pass it all the time when we go to Grayton Beach. That's it. 30A Seaside. I don't know why I said 10A. Yeah, 30A. seaside right down from Grayton Beach. Yeah, we go to Grayton Beach every year. The family. My wife loves that whole 30A area. I was like, yeah, I could retire down there. I don't mind that.
I still got to go. I've never been to Florida other than flying into Miami
What?
and
Oh well, you're
Little Havana.
you're a mountain man.
Yeah, that's true.
So now you're pretty much to the point where you smoke cigars daily now. You're officially a cigar guy.
Yeah, I better be.
Yeah. Do you still find yourself every now and then buying somebody else's cigars, or is it strictly Big Sky now?
Oh, I smoke. I really like Lee Marsh's, not because of the name, but I really like his Stolen Throne cigars.
Yeah.
I like Mickey's St. Francis cigars. Um,
Because I know I've talked to other cigar company owners, and they say, yeah, they absolutely smoke other people's cigars because it gives them ideas, or they want to see new things that are being done. So it's like studying. You're constantly trying
mhm.
new stuff just to keep your palate in check and see what you may like.
No, that's like that SP 1014 cigar that Sanj Patel and Chico collaborated on. That, like you're saying, I smoked that and I was like, dude, I gotta go find this guy.
Yeah.
Like, this is a great stick. So just there's a lot of market research you can do, and you like smoke a cigar and you're just like, oh shit, I don't have this in my portfolio yet, but I love it
Right.
and I get it.
Yeah.
So no, 100%.
Have any ever been approached to do any collabs with other companies yet, like some of these do?
Like another manufacturer.
Yeah. Well, you like
Uh,
you see like Matt Booth and he'll do things with Robert Caldwell or Drew Estate to do something with Call. I mean, these they just go together and make one cigar.
not yet. Uh, I
Oh,
think
it's
we just
coming. Your stuff's that good. It's coming. Just wait.
I know I mean I know what's coming. We got great cigars and
I'm telling you,
uh
man.
it's I've always said it, and I was talking to a guy about it and he's like, I was talking about getting in cigar shops in Texas because Texas has a huge cigar market, and I've been really hitting doors hard down here. And he's just like, "How are you not getting in like every shop? You have great cigars." And I was like, "Well, you have to like earn your seat at the table, you
Right.
know. They're just not going to buy your cigar because it's a great cigar. There's a lot of great cigars, but you got to work for it and you got to earn it."
Yeah. I know I went to your website last week because I know we've talked before about doing a Big Sky Barrel Burners event. So I pulled up Texas and I'm like trying to see where you were in that was a lounge and a nice lounge in Texas. And I was like, man, he's living in Texas now. And there's like, it's just like gas stations or liquor shops. I was like, where's the lounges at? Why ain't these lounges carrying Big Sky yet?
And I talked to him. It's just their shelf spaces.
Yeah.
They got to sell or they got to discount stuff that's not moving before they bring something in. And
Well, and they get caught in that trap of only the big names. They don't want to carry boutiques, especially newer boutiques. They want the Padron and the Perdomo and the Drew Estates. They want the stuff that, yeah, you know that stuff. I'm not gonna
yeah,
say nothing else about it, but
yeah.
that's what a lot of those old lounges do.
And the one in Dallas, the Good Cigar, I talked to the Al, and I've been on his podcast a couple times, and Al's just an awesome dude. And so we're gonna get into his shop here at the end of the month, and he's got an awesome lounge with a full bar and his cool humidor. Like that's one of the coolest lounges. He did that place right.
Well, there we go. What city is that in?
Dallas, Little Elm.
I guess we need a Dallas meetup now, man. We'll break his lounge in right for him.
Oh yeah. Oh, he would love that. Uh, and as far as down here in Houston, Stogie's has a really great lounge, but we're not in their humidor yet.
Right. I looked at that.
And there's the Smoke Ring down in Webster going towards Galveston. They have a cool lounge, and I really like their humidor. That's where I go to buy cigars. Like it's like a boutique specific humidor. They have like every
Yeah.
boutique out on the market. And so I was talking with Tyler and Larry, and they definitely said that they wanted to bring us in Q1 of this year. So I'm excited for that.
Well, we got two guys in chat right now screaming you need to come to Virginia.
Yeah.
They can't
Oh,
find your stuff. That's Mike. He bought. That's the one I told where to get your cryptic, and he bought the last boxes from Pravada.
yeah.
Yeah, Chris said the closest he's found to Virginia was North Carolina. He found your cigars in.
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
That's
I
just
mean,
wild.
you're doing what you got to do. I mean, you're getting your cigars out there in shops that sell cigars. They may not be traditional lounges or nothing, but you're getting them out there. You're getting sales, and hopefully that expands it. And these lounges will wake the fuck up and start carrying the stuff more.
Well, I think we're gonna have an advantage versus a lot of these other companies. Is I I feel like we're pretty active and engaged in our social media and our marketing, and
Yeah,
then just like I'm going out and I'm doing events. And so I have an event in St. Louis at the end of the month, and then I'm going to drive over to Kansas City and do that on a Tuesday at Ashton Anvil. And so then after that, then I'm going to go to California in March and do some events at some lounges in California that we're in. And it's just really, I mean, it's day by day, building it brick by brick. And
right.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to be Drew Estate overnight, but I'm going to be there in 10 years.
Now, I know you moved to where you're at to help with the distribution. Do y'all have sales reps, or is it all you right now, pretty much?
We have a sales rep in the Southeast. We have a group out of Louisiana that's getting us in those shops in Louisiana. I think we're in 25 shops in Louisiana
Yeah.
now. Um, and then we have a sales rep, Tommy Klein, in the Midwest. And then we have another guy in the Northwest.
Oh wow, yeah. So you have a workforce now, man. You have a team.
Yeah, yeah,
It's no longer Jess and Brandon. I mean, you have a team.
yeah. Thanks, Soki, for complimenting me on my beard. So
he
this is
wants
like
to.
the longest I've ever grown it.
Yeah, he wants to stroke it.
Coming down to Texas.
He's going to get his beard game on like you, Okie. He's trying to get it all the way down to his mid chest. Yeah, we definitely got to get an event planned. Have some fun.
It'd be cool to do it at Carl Malone's shop in Ruston.
Yeah, are you in his shop though?
Yeah, that's the Louisiana group that we're working with.
Okay, so I didn't. It's not pulling up on the map that you're in his shop, so I have to go back and check.
It should say that we're in that
Okay,
Ruston
I'll go
shop.
back and look. Yeah, that would be great because Carl Malone is normally at his shop. So, being my favorite basketball player growing up, that would be awesome. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris Hoffman's trying to get a job in here. He said you need a part-time rep from Virginia and Maryland.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah." Hey, we
I'm pretty
want
sure we're
Brandon
friends
in
on
all
Facebook.
50
Send me a
states, man.
message.
Yeah, we want all 50 states.
Yeah.
DM Big Sky's Instagram account, Chris. Shit, I want a job too. I want a taste tester. When you come next month, bring me all the new stuff.
Oh man. I'll see how much of the samples we got left. We've pretty much smoked through them. So waiting on that final batch to come up. Hopefully they're here in time.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun, man. We're gonna have a good old time next month.
Yeah, I'm excited. Those Mardi Gras balls are a lot of fun.
It's nothing else like it in the world, man. If you've never experienced Louisiana, especially a Mardi Gras ball or Mardi Gras parade, it's
Yeah.
nothing like it.
Jess was talking about how his boss invited him to go down to Bourbon Street for Mardi Gras.
Oh, I'm
It
not
was like
dodging bullets. You couldn't pay me to go down there.
I know. It's just like he's like his boss like has this really badass spot on Bourbon Street, and I was just like, I've done that once. I don't think I ever want to do it again. It's one of those things because it's that wild.
Yeah.
But he's just like, yeah, I mean, it's Mardi Gras, and I was just like, Mardi Gras goes for like a month straight, right? Like
And every city has Mardi Gras.
every city like trades the Mardi Gras weekend. Like
Yeah.
maybe there's like 2 a week. They all have their parades and Mardi Gras night, and it's just like.
And I tell people this: New Orleans, yes, it's Mardi Gras. It's crazy. It's a lot of people, but there are cities in this town that do it way wilder and way crazier, and you ain't got near as many people to step over, and it's a lot safer. Some of these towns around Lafayette and stuff down there, man, them Mardi Gras parades and parties are crazy. When you're
Yeah,
in coon ass country, that's their party, and they're the ones doing it right. You ain't
I
even
thought
got to go to New Orleans.
I thought that I could drink until I started going to those Mardi Gras around Lafayette, and my liver couldn't hold up.
Little town of Mamu is going to have the best Mardi Gras parties you ever went to.
Oh man, I never made it over to Mamu, but I did Youngsville and
Yeah,
Scott and all those other ones, and it was
Mamu like closes the whole town down. It's all on a street. The end of the street has the band stage. All the bars are open. It's like a mini Bourbon Street.
what is it? Is it Church Point where they like
Yeah,
start
church
drinking at
point.
like 4 in the morning?
Mhm.
Oh,
I
it's
mean, when you're
basically just don't even go
yeah,
to sleep. Like
yeah, our schools are closed for Mardi Gras down here. Fat Tuesday, everything's closed. Banks, everything. You're going to party
yeah,
on Tuesday, whether you want to or not.
yeah. It's
That's awesome.
it's a cool experience. I'm just excited that crawfish season's coming in. I've had crawfish twice so far, and they're just I'm
Dude,
just
we started getting crawfish here. We've ate them probably 3 times already. It was the end of December, first week of January. We were eating crawfish already.
yeah.
It used to be
Uh,
like March, April at the earliest, and then they were so small. It's like they're growing crawfish year round now. It's crazy how early we can get it. It'll be year round before you know it.
well, that's too bad. I like the experience of like having that scarcity of it.
Right. Well, yeah, you pay for that scarcity though. If it's year round, it dropped the price a lot.
True,
Yeah,
true.
because I mean, when they first come out, I mean, you're paying upwards of $15 a pound cooked. I mean, you could spend $100 on a 5 pound platter when they first drop,
Yeah.
and then they're not even that big. But yeah, we definitely do it. Look at Okie. He says St. Patty's in Butte on a Friday. Roll up. It's still
Oh, yeah.
snow on the ground for y'all St. Patty's. I'm not coming up there.
There is snow. St. Patty's on in Butte. I have actually never done it, and I've never done the Miles City Buck and Horse Sale.
Whoa, what the hell is that? Is that like a music festival or something? What the hell is that?
No, there's like a huge like rodeo in Miles City every year,
Oh,
and it's
sweet.
just it's basically like the cowboy Mardi Gras, I'd call it.
You
So
still owe
people
me an
from around
elk
the country
hunt,
go to
man.
Miles City, and I think it's like May.
You still owe me an elk and whitetail hunt.
You got it. You got
I'm
it.
ready, man. I want to come up there for a week. The hard part's going to be escaping without the wife. I done told her I was coming up there. She's like, "You're not going up there with me without me. I've never been up there." I'm like, "This ain't going to be fun."
Yeah. No, I mean we definitely got to plan a Montana trip. I got
Oh, I love it,
I have
man. I'm a mountain guy. Mountain, streams, lakes. The wife's more of a beach person, but mountains. I'm going to mountains when I retire. That's my forever scenery when I'm done.
yeah.
Somewhere, anywhere. It may not be that far north, but I'm going to have mountain view. Well, anybody got any questions for Brandon, man? I woke him up to come on this thing. He had a rough night with margaritas last night. He was drinking umbrella drinks all night long. I seen
But
that on your Snapchat last night, and I was like, he ain't getting up for this in the morning. He is not.
I was good, man. I had
I was sweating it, man. There was no communication back from you till 10 minutes before this thing started. I'm like, he's ghosting me.
no, I would never do that.
Yeah, I know that, Okie. I can handle that, bro.
I was just I was a little busy. I had to take care of a couple things before I could jump on the show.
And I must say, man, your dog lives the best life ever. All these Instagram pictures of your dog out just having fun. I'm like, yeah, man, this dog is living a better life than me.
Yeah, so my stepmom Robin says that Copper is the most well-traveled dog in the world.
I'm telling you,
But
I'm jealous of the dog, man.
it was cool. Like when I was doing the quality control at a pipeline inspection, especially last year, because I'd never worked in the Northeast or the Midwest really,
Yeah.
and just being able to go to like Boston and Niagara and Michigan and uh, I just traveled to that part of the country that I'd never really done before. But then it was also good because then there's shops up in that part of the country I was able to go visit that were in. So if you guys
Wow.
ever get to go up to New Hampshire to cigar shenanigans,
Yeah.
that's a cool shop, cool lounge.
I've seen your
Yeah.
dog on the beaches. I've seen your dog on the mountains. I've seen your dog play in snow. I've seen your dog mud ride. It's like, geez, man, I wonder if he'll adopt me. And then
But
you
he's
randomly send me, where were y'all at when you sent me the damn videos of y'all mud riding? Were y'all in the Dominican Republic? You sent me, they were going through this big holes of water. Y'all were somewhere blending cigars that week, and you sent me these videos. I'm like, God damn, he brought Texas to the DR.
Oh yeah, that was when we were driving back from Santiago to Punta Cana. We we took the main highway there the first time, and then the second time there was like some cut across roads.
Yeah.
It's all right, let's do it. And uh, they were pretty washed out, and
You
then
couldn't even
they're
see the road. It just looked like you were in a lake the whole time. I'm like, where the hell's the road at?
yeah, yeah. So I mean, we got pretty lucky that they weren't.
You
There
didn't
was
fall
nothing
off the
deeper
road.
that
You could see
yeah, there
it.
was no potholes down there in that creek and rivers that we were driving through that would have sunk our truck. That would have sucked.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been horrible. I was trying to see
Oh.
if there's any comments I missed here. So you're about like me. I'm gonna keep this going until I finish this cigar. So we're almost there, probably another 10, 15 minutes. If you got a bail, you can, but I see you're still smoking too. So I guess you're stuck here with me. We'll talk about your golf game now.
What game? Yeah.
Man, we had some good times on the golf course, man. We were playing 4, 5, 6 people. That one course we got in trouble because we were trying to play 8 on the same hole and they come busted us up.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh,
morning you were
Louisiana
3
got some
holes late and you had to catch up.
tea times at 9. I show up at 9:05.
No, it wasn't, man. We were on hole 3 and you showed up. Didn't even have a cart. You were running through the course with your bag on your shoulder. Didn't even have a cart yet. Trying to catch up.
Oh God, that is a character. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
look
was one
back
of
at
your
it now
last
and I'm
times
just like,
before you moved. Yeah.
those were good times.
We smoke a lot of cigars during them outings.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. No, I need to get over there and uh, it'd be cool to what's it at Kashada? What's that
Oh
course?
yeah, Casati Pines. That's one of the best. Yeah, that one's nice. Well, shit. Depending on what day y'all come for the ball, man, we might could get some golf in. We definitely try to get up with Jerry and the other guys in town and shit, do a poker night or something. Just hang out with all the boys.
Hmm.
I think he's actually fishing. No, yeah, he's in the Gulf fishing that weekend of the ball. We'll figure something out.
Heck yeah.
You get that tux rented yet?
That's my goal this week.
I just did mine this week. The wife was on my ass. She's like, if you wait too long, you're not gonna be able to get one. It's like shit.
I
Okay, I'll go this week.
I was waiting for Tara to get her colors.
Yeah.
So she finally got hers picked out on Thursday.
Oh, good deal.
So I'll get that done Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, that should be fun. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that Carl Malone, man. Like I said, see, because like I said, because I also looked at the state. I was trying to find a true cigar lounge we may could host an event with you, and I didn't see that one.
Oh, in Louisiana?
Yeah, and I looked in Texas. Because, like I said, I know you're in 2 spots in my town, but I mean they're not lounges, so
Yeah.
and plus you can't smoke in our city inside anyway, so we suck. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that because I don't mind doing something at Carl Malone's lounge, especially a little meetup. That ain't a far drive for you either.
No, that'd be actually really cool. I'd
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, I'll reach out to them, make sure they got your cigars, tell them I want to do an event with you and us. And see, I know it's not that huge of a lounge, but I don't see a lot of people coming to North Louisiana anyway.
Yeah.
If we could have 10 or 15 people there, that'd be cool, be fun.
That would be cool. Well, I'm gonna go grab something to eat, Jason. But thanks for having me on, brother. And I'll see you here at this Mardi Gras ball.
Yeah, go for it, man. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for coming on with the info. Bring me some good stuff when you come, and we'll see you then, man.
All right, later.
All right, later, buddy. All right, guys. Thank y'all all for joining us today. Got some good information out of Brandon. We got new cigar dropping this July at PCA. It's going to be the last of the River Series, the 5th and final one. Then after that, you're going to have 5-pack samplers of the River Series. You'll be able to get each one in a sampler. So that's going to be actually one you're going to want to try for sure. Like I said, I like the Madison. I like the Madison better than the new Bighorn. The Cryptic, the one I'm smoking today, definitely they are back in stock. So get online. Definitely they're on the Big Sky website right now. They'll be in the other shops soon. He just got them in. So if you're looking for the Cryptic, get over to BigSkyCigars.com. Go ahead and order these things before they fly off the shelf, because right now, this is my favorite Big Sky cigar. This is a great damn cigar. It's a powerhouse. The El Professor I have not had yet. Okie, are you still in here? Can you tell me anything about the El Professor, what you like about it, what it tastes like? Hey, Keith, good morning, brother. My plan of having this 30 minutes late worked. You were able to pop in. Okie's probably gone already, guys, but the El Professor, I don't know anything about it personally. I know Brandon spoke about the size of it and compare it to the Mad Minnow, but I have not had that one. Pete, I'm telling you, man, if you not have this Cryptic yet, you got to get on there. Burners, go to our Discord page. There is a Big Sky coupon in our discount page for us barrel burners. So definitely go on there, use that, go support them, because these Cryptics are going to sell out quick again. I know I'm going to be on there in a minute because I'm down to 3 in my box. So not quite a punch. Okay, so Okie says it's not quite as powerful as the Mad Minnow, but still a good smoke. I don't typically like cigars that small. I tried the Mad Minnow when it first came out. I didn't buy any more. Yeah, Okie's correcting me. Cryptid, that's my southern draw. But yes, get the cigar, try it. I don't know if they break them up on the Big Sky website. You could probably do a 5-pack, or you can do the box of 10 on the Cryptid. Yeah, Chris, it's going to go quick, man. Like I said, he just notified all of his shops that they were back in stock. Yeah, the Bighorn's good. Like I said, I prefer the Madison now, Keith, over the new blend of the Bighorn. Luckily, I still have some of the OG Torpedo Bighorns left, and I've been smoking those. But I can't wait. He gave us kind of a glimpse of the new cigar that's going to come out like the Cryptid. Yeah, like Okie says, if you need a short smoke, the Mad Minnow and the El Professor are fantastic. I'm never in a situation where I'm in a hurry to smoke, so I do want my cigars to last an hour, hour and a half. So, but yeah, if you're in a hurry and somebody that's got a short commute and you smoke in your cars, the Mad Minnow for sure. Okie ranks them like this, guys. Madison, Yellowstone, Bighorn, Bitterroot. I would probably go Madison. I would go Cryptid, Madison, Yellowstone, Bighorn, Bitterroot. Yeah, the Blackfoot, man, he was giving us the information on that, Okie. That's going to be another good San Andreas. Keith enjoyed the El Professor. Like I said, I have not had it. Yes, Blackfoot is the name of the last River Series, coming out in July. That will hit stores. They're going to announce it at PCA, and it's going to be immediately available. So always check the Big Sky website first, because they do list them for sale on their website normally before you can find them in the shops. But, I mean, they're killing it, man, for a oh, yeah, River Series. I agree. I would agree with your ranking of River Series for sure. And we'll see how the Blackfoot ranks in there. But, yeah, Madison definitely is my favorite of the River Series. And then the Yellowstone is still one of my favorite Connecticut's to this day. So I mean, you got a super young company here that are putting out some great cigars. You cannot support two better guys in the industry. These guys are down to earth, fun, nice. They'll reach out and speak to you. So I cannot wait for the future of Big Sky. I'm glad Oki turned these on to us. So Oki, our first year anniversary in New Jersey, Oki brought handfuls of Big Sky and was handing them out to us. Being Oki's in Montana, he knew about these guys way before we did. And then we fell in love with this. Yeah, that'd be fun, Keith. Brandon's fun. I haven't met Jess in person, but I've spent a lot of time with Brandon when he was living here in the state. Super fun guy, man. He will drink you under a table if you're not careful. So don't get in a drinking contest with him for sure. Oki, rank it. Yellowstone or Vigilante? What is your favorite of those two? This is what we do. No hashtag is ever truer than this is what we do. Yeah, a lot of guys in the club still have not reached out and tried Big Sky, man. You're definitely missing out. Even though they're a young company, man, I'll put them right up there with any boutique brand. I agree. You know, I bought the Vigilante. I think I bought 2 5-packs throughout time, but it was like Yellowstone all day long for me. If I'm going to smoke a cigar like that, I prefer the Yellowstone. All day long and twice on Sundays. All right, guys, I'm going to stay in. You got me for about 3-4 minutes. I have definitely nubbed this. If you're just popping in, look at that beautiful band. That's what we smoked today. There's no artwork better out there. The guys are killing it with the artwork, killing it with the social media presence. Josh, come on, bro. You have not tried a single Big Sky cigar yet? Josh. Come on. No, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, they have something for all palates now. You got to get out there, man. If you like Connecticut, Yellowstone is a must. Yes, Vigilante was for Tim Montana. And like Brandon said, that's going to be a cigar they keep making. It's not going away. It's a collab. It's going to stay in the portfolio. Go to Big Sky right now, Josh. They normally do a sampler box that used to have, if I remember right, it was the Madison, the Bighorn, and the Yellowstone in a black box. You could get that sampler. They also sell individual 5-packs. Yeah, I remember that one, Oki. Before they gave the Yellowstone a new band, it was just a white band on it. Oh, there you go. Peter just ordered the Cryptic. Well done. Well done. You're going to love it, Pete. That is such a great cigar. It's been sold out for a few months. Mostly everywhere. There were still a few hidden spots you could get it, but we turned people onto those spots and they pretty much sold out too. But that is such a great cigar, man. I wish I would have kept one of the OG Yellowstones, Oki, but I smoked them all up, man. They were too good. That was one of those ones I didn't mind smoking my last one of. It was just that good. Definitely give it a visit again, Dirty. They a few of them, well, like the Bighorn, they definitely changed the blend. They changed the blender, changed where it was at. Dirty, you like your coffee cigars, man. I would really. Was the Yellowstone one that you tried before, the Connecticut? Because I know you do start your mornings off every morning with coffee and a cigar. So I would really revisit that one. But this is the one right now. That's the one everybody needs to grab. I'm with you, Okie. I just opened, well, I got 20. I just opened my last box of the OG Bighorn. Just opened it because I had to have it. And that's the Torpedo. The original Bighorn was Maduro. They changed it from a Torpedo. It's no longer a Torpedo, and now it's San Andreas instead of Maduro. And I don't know, man. Bad as I hate to say it, I like the OG Bighorn more than the new Bighorn. I wish they would have kept the blend the same. They moved away from the Torpedo because they wanted it to be more user friendly to cut for new cigar smokers. I just wish the blend would have stayed the same. I'm okay doing away with the Torpedo. Yes, there it is. Connie Broadleaf to San Andreas. But yeah, I wish it would have stayed the same and they just changed the tip on it. But they had their reasons. But I'm okay with it because the Madison is a great smoke. The Madison is the green label one, guys, with the mountain background. So if you haven't smoked any, I would suggest the Cryptid, the Madison, and the Yellowstone. And I'll ask Okie if he agrees with those three must tries of the lineup, but definitely that would be the three I go after if you haven't smoked any of them before, because I think that's going to be one of the three are going to be in your wheelhouse of what you like palate wise. Yeah, Dirty, I've never steered you wrong, Dirty. You know it. Get out there, try it. Like I said, go to their website, buy straight from them. We have a coupon code. I'm like Okie, try them all, but if you're going to be limited on what you try first, that would be the three I gravitate towards. But you know what you like. Read the description of the cigar, see what they're made of, and try them, man. I haven't been disappointed. They stay in my humidor. I normally buy straight from Big Sky unless they're out. Then I go to another spot. Jerry Havens, what's up, brother? You just missed Brandon Marshall. We just had an hour of Brandon from Big Sky on here, and you missed it. You're fired. I know you're driving out of town today. Guys, you got some royalty in here this morning. Jerry Havens, one of the original first six of Barrel Burners. My best friend. The replay will be on YouTube, Jerry. You can go back and watch it. Yeah, the Madison is my love. I know Jerry in here. He loves the Madison as well. Jerry loves the Bitterroot a lot too. I know Jerry smokes a lot of the Bitterroot. Okay, Okie saying that. So Okie agreed with me finally. Y'all see that? Yellowstone, Madison, Cryptid. Me and Okie finally agree on something. That's definitely the three I would try. For sure, 100%. That's the three I continuously buy over and over again. I know Jerry likes the Yellowstone too. He smoked a lot of those. But I know definitely Yellowstone's legit too. Yeah. Your Bitterroot, I think you smoke more Bitterroot than anything, Jerry. You like that one a lot. See, okay, Okie. I smoked a Bitterroot, didn't care for it too much, but I never tried it with coffee, so I may have to revisit it with coffee. You're right, Mike. There's a first for everything. Yeah, big Vitola. I like the big Vitolas. Like I said, I like my smokes to go an hour and a half. Somehow I got an hour and 12 minutes out of this Cryptid this morning. Chris Hoffman, Bitterroot is your favorite. Nice. Jerry, what time you hitting the road today? Yep, Dirty. Make sure to check our discount channel. There is a coupon in there for barrel burners. Go ahead and use that. And I'm sure supporting them from their website, they're going to make more money off of buying directly from them than buying it elsewhere. So always try to buy straight from them. They also have a nice metal sign for your man cave. Dirty, you definitely need that. There's a black Big Sky logo metal tin you can get on their website. You can get cutters. You can get T-shirts. You can get the fly fishing box. I got you. Hung over this morning. All right, Jerry, I understand. So, yeah, they do have different swag on their website. I don't remember if they have hats. I don't think they have hats. But definitely the metal sign. I can't show you because my camera is on the PC today. But the sign's nice. I know Oki has it in his background. So if you watched last night, you look behind Oki's shoulder. He has the big sign, metal tin. It's not a bad price at all. So I would suggest if you're ordering cigars, you have a man cave where you hang cigar stuff at, the Big Sky sign is a must buy. They'll ship it all together. So definitely get out there and get that. Jerry, have you tried this one yet? They're back in stock. They've been sold out for months. Brandon has them back on the website now. You definitely should at least pick up a 5-pack of this one if you've not smoked it. To me, this is one of the best they've got right now in the line. That's a good comparison, Oki. That I didn't even think of it like that. Yes, Chris, that 5x60, the ring gauge, even though it's short, it helps it smoke over an hour. All right, Keith, have a good day. Yeah, Jerry, man, they're back on the website. You need to get them before they sell out again. They've been out a while for these. As soon as we end this stream in a minute, I'm going straight to the website because I think after this one, I had 4 left this morning from my box. So it's going to be a must buy again. Oki, as always, man, appreciate you dropping in and dropping some of this knowledge because you are definitely on top of your game. I basically smoke a cigar and tell you I like it or I don't like it. Oki's going to pick out the pepper and everything else out of it for you guys. So, yeah, Dirty, let us know once you get them, man, and smoke them. You know, I'm always curious to know how you like some of my recommendations. Well, because you could give them your credit card information, which they can in turn use to buy theirs. So, oh, yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bounce this in this broadcast. Go in, visit the family. If you're just popping in, go back and rewatch this. If you missed the beginning when Brandon was in here, he gave us a little bit of history of how Big Sky Cigar started. He went over the whole River series. We basically touched on every cigar they have in the portfolio. He talked about the blends, talked about the new one coming out this July at PCA. So, yeah, definitely go back and rewatch it. Share it with your friends. If they are not familiar with Big Sky, spread the word, man. This is a great company to get behind. 2 great guys running it. Hopefully a Big Sky meetup soon with them. A lot of things coming down the pipeline. If you missed the Saturday night main event last night, it was a great show. We went over budget smokes, $7 and under that you can get and smoke every day that are all great cigars. We probably went over 25, 30 of them. So go back, watch that play. Definitely don't want to miss that one. If you got any new cigar smoking friends on a budget, send them that link because we named some great cigars that, I mean, smoke way better than a budget stick, but definitely don't hurt the pocketbook. Yeah, Jerry, you're going to have to watch that, man. A lot of great knowledge shared last night. So, yep, guys, have a good day. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you again next Sunday morning for the next installment of Coffee and Cigars. We'll see what kind of special guests I can round up for that one. I got a few in mind I'm going to reach out to this week. So it should be another good show. And everybody have a great day. Thank you for the support.